Oh, oh, where are you going? Hey, listen, if I'm going to take the time to teach you how to do all this stuff, then you get your butt back out in that garage. And then you smash the subscribe and like button because I'm an awesome guy and I like to give free information. So you should do me a favor. But don't be walking away. We got things to learn today and to fix. So you better go grab your tools and get out in that garage right now. Right now. What are you waiting for? Go. Jeez. Okay, guys, what's going on? I just finished working on this 750, this 2003 Honda 750 VT. Did a ton of work to it. We're gonna take it out and review it today. It is a 5-speed bike. It produces roughly 43 horsepower for a 750cc bike. It's not too shabby. However, my 600cc Honda Silverwing luxury class, maxi class scooter here. This is only 600cc and this produces 51.5 horsepower and a lot more torque. So it's interesting that they weren't able to get more torque out of this machine, which makes this a very reasonable beginner bike, I would say, coming in at 43 horsepower. So it's going to really lug on the gears pretty hard. It's not going to really be a high-speed highway cruiser. Again, you're going to be looking at about a comfortable riding speed without vibrating your arms off at probably around 65 miles an hour all-day highway travel. If you're pushing it harder than that, I would say it's going to be a little rough on the machine. But this one's clearly had a little bit of a paint job. It used to have the purple tank and the flames and all that. Somebody obviously blacked it out. I like the way it looks. I think it looks actually really good. I like the drag bars they put on there. I like the mirrors that are on it. I mean, overall, it's just kind of a sexy machine. Blacked out like this. I wish more people did this. So we're going to take this for a ride. It has a 3-point-something gallon tank. Gets roughly 120 to 150 miles per tank of gas. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. It's a great starter bike for anybody thinking about getting into it. I know that they have very rough suspension. The chain drive can be kind of noisy, so you got to really do proper care. I know that these are not just gas, but they also have springs in there, and a lot of complaints about noisy springs. I have noticed the springs do make some noise on this one, so I mean, the owner's complaints are obviously there. It's a mid-range bike from Honda, but I will say, man, oh man, does it sound good. It is a pleasure experience. It is aesthetically pleasing to the ears. This bike, somebody drilled holes in the back. I would suggest everybody drills holes in the back because that gives this thing a very nice sound without having to change the exhaust out to something extremely loud. So, but anyways, I'm going to warm it up and we'll take it for a cruise around the neighborhood here, and we'll open it up a little bit and I'll kind of give you my impression as to how I think it feels. It's a very light bike to me. I'm a 200-pound guy. It's going to feel like a light bike. It's not going to feel like I'm throwing around something very, very heavy. Also, I would say not really for tall riders. I'm 5'11", and my knee is coming up to the midway point of the tank here. I would say if you're taller, you're going to look a little strange on this bike. I think 5'11", 6 foot might be the cutoff. I don't know if I would get this bike if I was any taller. So, anyways, let me back her on out. We'll take this thing for a fun little ride. Rolls really smooth. Nice. So, let me warm her up. I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah, this bike sounds really good with the new carbs on there. So, let's rip, Chip. Whee! Oh, this bike sounds sweet, man. It just sounds sweet. Sounds like a fun bike. It's got a great sound to it. Plenty of pull for a little bike. A beginner would love this thing, I promise you. I'm not a huge fan, like I said, of the suspension and stuff, but it's alright. It does definitely have a very nice sound to it. It sounds like a drag bike. I love bikes that have a good sound to them. This is one of those. You drill those holes in this thing, man, and it sounds rowdy. Let's rip, Chip. Not the longest gears, they're pretty short. But they do sound good, for sure. This thing has such a sweet sound to it. I am just not gonna lie to you. It definitely has a sweet sound to it. Let me get these adjusted a bit so they're actually usable. There we go. These are pretty small mirrors. I like the look, but they're pretty small. I'm gonna make this right here. Take it up around the golf course. Get a good little ride in. Kick it down into second. Yeah, I can hear the springs. They're a little... Definitely hear the springs, but it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it's got a fair amount of pull for a, you know, a 43 horsepower bike. It's on par with something like most of your Harleys. So to give you an idea, an 883 Sportster from Harley makes 51 horsepower, something like that. So this is going to feel pretty close to something like that. Not massive amounts of torque, but enough to get out of the way of traffic and get ahead of cars if you want to, you know. But yeah, I'm feeling all the bumps. It definitely has a very thick suspension, for sure. It's got a bouncy suspension. it's a bouncy bike. Oh, we got a little garage sale there. But you know, I think most people that jump on this, they're gonna like this thing. They're gonna have a good time on it. They're gonna enjoy it. It's you know, if they don't know what an actual comfortable bike with good suspension feels like to them, this would probably feel pretty normal. And this guy's really making me lug on this gear. I wish he would turn. Oh, thank you. Well, that just worked out now, didn't it? I'm going to ask everybody to turn from now on. All right. It doesn't take much either. If I pull back, smooth shifting, back down into third. It's a good, solid feeling bike. Like I said, despite the suspension being pretty bouncy and you feel a lot of it, it's a solid bike. It's got a good, solid feel to it. It's got plenty of power if you pull back. It's a reasonable bike. This is something I would have some fun on. If I wasn't a 200-pound guy, you know, but being a 200-pound guy, this bike is kind of small for me. It's a little small. I look big on it. I definitely would look big on a bike like this. I have a large, yeah, here you go. If that kind of, you feel everything on this bike. It is not a friendly bike with bumps. Let's just say that. It has a very thick suspension, which might be adjustable. I'm sure if I looked at it, I could probably adjust it or change the rear shocks out. They look like they could be changed to something a little better. These are very cheap shocks that are on this bike. That is for sure, very cheap shocks. They did not put a ton of money into a good suspension on this thing. But it runs and drives great. It feels like a drag bike with no suspension. That's what it feels like. It just feels like a drag bike. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It has that drag bike feel. There we go. So it does. It has an extremely tight suspension, and you're going to feel everything. So just know that going into it. If you're looking for a comfortable ride, this is not going to be the bike for you. This is going to be a rough ride. So, but other than that, it feels like it has plenty of power, you know. Feels like a good, solid machine. Brakes feel good. Clutch feels good, gears are smooth. It's just the suspension. That's my only gripe about this bike. Suspension. That's it. Parts are cheap. I know, because I replaced a lot of them, so the parts are definitely cheap. This would be an easy bike to maintain. I mean, granted, the carb setup on this is a little complicated for a beginner bike, but good bike to get started on learning this kind of stuff. But overall, handles well in the turns, plenty of torque and power, and it levies it very well. It's just a little bouncy, that's all. It's just kind of a bouncy bike. That tight suspension definitely makes it a bouncy bike. But yeah, I mean, the brakes, like I said, they're great. I have no gripes about anything other than the suspension. It just has a very bad suspension. I really wish a product of Honda would have put a little more design time and effort and energy into it. Smooth shifts, rides like a top. A little bit of upwards pressure, pull in the clutch, bang, right in, drop the clutch, away you go. So I think beginners would like this bike, even seasoned riders. If you like that bobber feel, that heavy, no suspension feel, you're gonna feel right at home on something like this. I'm not a big fan. I like a bit more of a smooth ride, so I'm not a fan of that really tight suspension. Some people like this feel, some people don't. I'm one of the people that just do not like very extremely tight suspension. I want a smoother ride. I don't want to feel like I got beat up. I don't want to feel like I got beat up, that's all, you know. But it's definitely a good running bike, properly tuned and maintained. These things can be amazing. So, and this one will be for sale. If anybody wants it, it's for sale. I will be selling it. So, neutral. Put this down, open up the helmet. Awesome bike. Awesome bike. So, well, there you go. I think it's a good bike. I think it's great for beginners and intermediate riders. Like I said, it's not like it's an insanely torque overpowered machine in any kind of way. It's a very reasonable machine for the average person. It's got a very cool look to it. It's got a very classic look to it. It's definitely got that drag bike look to it. The seat was actually customized and replaced by somebody else, so this is an upgraded seat. I believe these are the original handlebars, but somebody might have added risers. These risers may have been put on here. I don't know if these are stock, but I do like the drag bike handles. I've always been a big fan of that drag bike style. So anyways, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, show me a little love, and I will catch you guys on the flip. Toodles.